Tryambakam yajamahe sagandim pushtivarana urvarukamiva bandhana mrityurmukshiyamamritato.
Namaste. We've been exploring a number of tools of the inner and outer life through yoga, such as energy, willpower, concentration, heart quality, intuition, and of course the supreme tool that brings it all together, meditation. But when we start to talk about achieving your goals, which is what this and the following 3 classes are about, it's important to keep another aspect of it in mind, and that is that many of us, when we're going about accomplishing something in our lives, carry attitudes or habits that cause us to lose energy, that we're not able to bring as much energy to bear as we could be able to. And these are habits such as inattentiveness, a lack of interest, resistance to what we're doing. And you think, well, wait a minute, I got this goal in mind. I'm really trying to get something done. I'm very interested in that. But are we interested in all the little steps along the way? Or are we resisting any of those steps? Or do we allow our mind to wander? These are attitudes of mind that waste our energy. And it's like poking a hole in the bottom of your bucket of energy, and suddenly you're not able to accomplish as much as you could. So in this class, we're going to focus on what I like to think of as the 3 siblings of getting something done. First, the youngest, is simply attentiveness, not allowing the mind to wander, keeping yourself on task. A little older sibling, interest. It's a step up from attentiveness, where we're really engaged. There's something that is drawing us into what we're doing. And the oldest of the siblings, a step up from there, enthusiasm. And we think, well, some things make me interested, some things make me enthusiastic, other things don't. But all of these are just choices that we make. We choose to be attentive or not, or we can choose. We choose or can choose to be interested or not, to be enthusiastic or not. It takes a little willpower when we're doing something that doesn't inherently interest us, but that's all it takes, just the willpower to make the choice and follow through. And let's explore that in our class now. Corey is going to be assisting today. Welcome, Corey. Let's come into a comfortable sitting position. Sit cross-legged or in a chair. Please sit as is comfortable for you. Nice straight spine, chin level. We're just going to start with a little bit of breathing here. So if you'd like to close the eyes, and behind closed eyelids, lift your gaze ever so slightly above the horizontal and simply tune into your breath. Take some smooth, even, long breaths. Let the torso do the work of the breath for you. Don't suck it in through the nose, but simply as the torso does its breathing pattern, just let the air flow in naturally through the nose and out as you exhale. And we're going to take 3 breaths now, nice long breaths, and we're going to hold the breath for an increasing amount of time. First breath, take a nice long inhalation. And retain the breath to a count of 12. I'll count for you. Just focus on retaining. You might wish to concentrate at the point between the eyebrows as you do so. And slowly exhale. And let's inhale again. Hold the breath, this time 18 counts. If that's too long for you, just breathe when you need to. but keep yourself very engaged with what you're doing. Practice attentiveness from the very outset. Don't let yourself go on autopilot. And slowly exhale. Just easy breathing. One more time. Inhale. Make this a nice, long, deep, full inhalation. Hold the breath. Try to hold 24 counts if possible. You may wish to chant Om mentally at the point between the eyebrows as you retain the breath. Almost there. And slowly exhale. And you can let the eyes open once again. And let's come up to a standing position. Now we're going to briefly warm up the body. You can see our website for some additional warm-ups that would be very helpful for you. First one we're going to do is we're going to do some squatting and lifting arms overhead in harmony with the breath. Hands at your sides. Let's inhale and squat down as you circle arms up. Exhale as you straighten up. Relax the arms back down. Inhale, nice deep squat as much as is safe for your knees. And let's come back up. Inhaling, going down. Exhaling, coming up. And again. And this time, let's hold down at the bottom. And bring the palms together. And let's twist the body one way in this holding position. Let's stay here for a couple breaths. And then twist the body in the opposite direction. And then back to center. Release the hands to your sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhaling, relaxing down. Let's interlace the fingers behind the head. As you inhale, press the head back into the hands. Bring the elbows back behind you, opening chest and shoulders. As you exhale, let the chin come relaxing to your chest. Let the elbows relax forward. Don't pull, just gently stretch through the back of the neck. And then inhale, open. Like you're bringing the elbows toward each other behind you. Exhale forward. Inhale, open. Exhale forward. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale forward. And release the hands, and let's straighten back up to Tadasana. Just close the eyes for a moment in between poses. We're always closing the eyes, lifting the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. This is the center of your concentration, the center of your attention. You could call it your attention muscle. And every time you return your awareness to that point, it's like you're strengthening your tendency to stay engaged. Just gently but firmly keeping your attention there whenever it doesn't need to be on holding the body in a particular position. All right, let's start our asanas now with tree pose, Vrikasana. Shift your weight onto the left leg and open the right hip out to the side. Will be your mirror images here for these poses today. And bring the right foot up either to the inner ankle or all the way to the inner thigh. I'll keep my foot down just to give you a sense of what options you might have. Bring the hands either to the heart or up overhead as you prefer. I'll keep mine at my heart. Keep the breath flowing smoothly. Balance poses are great poses to train your attentiveness, because if you don't pay attention, you fall over. So just keep engaged with what you're doing here. Just enjoy being awake engaged. Silently affirm, I am calm. I am poised. And let's inhale, stretch tall. Exhaling, circle the arms down by your sides, back to Tadasana. And again, close the eyes, lift the gaze slightly. Just pause for a couple breaths here in between sides. Be very attentive also with your eyes closed. There's a tendency for the mind to wander sometimes when the eyes are closed. Stay on point. Let's do the other side. Shift the weight to the right leg. Open the left hip to the side. And again, as you're ready, either bring the hands to the heart or bring the hands up together overhead. But in either case, keep the shoulders relaxed and keep lengthening up through that standing leg. Don't collapse into it. Lengthen up. Just bring the whole body into alert, aware attention. Silently affirm, I am calm. I am poised. I am calm. I am poised. Okay, let's inhale, reach overhead. Exhaling, release to Tadasana. Once again, let the whole body soften. You want your awareness soft also, but that doesn't mean not focused. Just softly turn the gaze up toward the point between the eyebrows. All right, let's step the feet wide apart for a side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Turn the left leg out 90 degrees, right leg rotates in. And come into a deep lunging position to the side, knee over ankle, and come over either elbow on thigh or hand to floor as you choose. And inhale, right arm up and over the top in line with the spine. If you like, you can turn your gaze to look past the upper arm. Keep the breath flowing. Silently affirm, I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. Keep the legs engaged. Don't rest too much weight on your left arm. One more breath. And then let's inhale and come upright, toes forward. Exhale, relax, arms down. Close the eyes and enjoy that aliveness, body and mind. It's practicing being very attentive. It's just a muscle like anything else. The more you practice it, the more natural it is to use it. Let's do the other side. Turn the right foot out 90 degrees. Left foot rotates in. And let's bend and right knee over to the side. And as you're ready, come into the other side, inhaling up and over the top. Breath flowing smoothly. Silently affirming, I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. And let's inhale, reach tall, stretch open, toes forward. Exhaling, relax down, close the eyes. Just pause here briefly. It's full of life, full of attentiveness. And let's step the feet back together into Tadasana. Let the body stack up over the feet, very tall, very relaxed. This next asana is a very wonderful pose for expanding into the moment. In fact, that's the affirmation for this pose, Tola Trikonasana, balancing triangle. It's I expand fully into this moment. Wonderful pose for practicing interest, just feel like you're encompassing the entire moment as you do it. You can turn to your left and bring the right leg up behind as you come forward, and your left foot and both hands to the floor if you like. You can line up the right leg, with your spine, and then roll open, lifting the right arm up to the sky. Just try to open the entire front of the body, especially that standing hip joint. Keep the breath flowing, silently affirm, I expand fully into this moment. I expand fully into this moment. One more breath. And let's inhale and reach up, coming back to upright position. Relax to Tadasana. Just feel the whole body tingling with complete engagement in this moment. Feel like you're not letting an instant slip away without not just your attention, but your interest. Let's do the other side. This time we'll be standing on the right leg. Bring both hands down to the floor. Get a secure place as you lift the left leg up. And then when you're ready, sweep the left arm up and open the chest, open the belly, open the pelvis forward. Just expand into the moment. Keep the lifted leg very strong, very long, lengthening out behind. Arms lengthening both up and down. The whole body expanding into this moment. One more breath. And excellent. Let's release. Gracefully come down. Let's inhale up and stretch open. Exhaling back to Tadasana. Close the eyes, lift the gaze, and just enjoy being awake. Okay, let's come down onto the floor, sitting back on our heels, on the knees, back on the heels in firm pose, Vajrasana. Palms resting up at the junction of thigh and abdomen, chest lifted, chin level, shoulders relaxed. Take a moment. We've been on the legs for a little bit here. Take a moment to let the legs go. Let them soften. Don't need them to be working now. Just close the eyes and go inside. Silently affirm in stillness, I touch my inner strength. In stillness, I touch my inner strength. Okay, let's come on to hands and knees now. For pigeon pose, Rajakapatasana. And let's inhale the left knee forward, just to the inside of the left hand. Slide back through the right leg. Walk the hands in, slowly pressing up. Lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the head a bit, opening upward. If you like to come up in your fingertips, you might be able to get a little more length in your spine, a little more opening. Keep the breath flowing. Just feel you're really wrapping yourself around this moment in time, and then this moment, and then this moment. Not one is slipping past, because you're staying right here, right now. One more breath. And let's release. Let's come back onto hands and knees once again. Let's just pause here for a moment. Let the spine line up here as the back of the neck is long. And then let's bring the right knee forward, just inside the right hand. Slide the left foot back. Again, walk the hands in, coming up on the fingertips if that works for you. Opening chest, opening gaze upward, everything lifting. Silently affirm, I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. Just be completely present. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. One more breath. Get a little bit more length. And let's release. Come on to hands and knees and then into firm pose once again. Just let the legs relax here for a moment. And then slide the hips off the heels to one side. Bring the feet out in front. We're going to do boat pose here. We're going to start supported, and then if you'd like to remove the support as we go, please feel free. Bring the hands together underneath the knees and drop the torso back a little bit behind you. Straighten through the legs. Keep the breath flowing smoothly. You can keep chin at chest or bring the head back in line with the spine. You can lose the support if you like, or bend the knees a little bit if the legs are having too much of a workout. Just allow the energy to flow through you, the moment to flow through you, is giving you power in the pose. Silently affirm, within my every breath is infinite power. Within my every breath is infinite power. And let's release back down. Good job. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Let's close the eyes and internally feast on that awakened energy. Just bring it up to the brain to be even more awake, more alive, more enthusiastic now. Let's focus on that eldest of the three siblings, enthusiasm. This is what really makes us alive. Interest is one thing. Enthusiasm is a whole lot more fun, and it brings a lot more energy as well. Let's do a very enthusiastic pose. Now we're going to do chakrasana, the wheel pose. Corey will do that. I'll do cross-legged front stretching pose for those of you who are not ready for chakrasana. If you've not done chakrasana before, watch our online instructional video and follow along with me today instead of trying chakrasana for your first time without sufficient instruction. So we'll do, from a cross-legged position, we'll do the front stretching pose, chakrasana on your back, of course. In either pose, as you're ready, really press the hands and feet, or in my case, hands and knees, firmly into the floor. And let's inhale and open up into the pose, really rising fully. I feel that every part of your body is rising. Just the four parts pressing into the floor, everything else lifting, opening, as you silently affirm, I'm awake, energetic, enthusiastic. I'm awake, energetic, enthusiastic. And slowly lower back down, under control, all the way down to the floor. Come into corpse pose, Shavasana. Just let the limbs relax off the center of the body. Don't relax away from the enthusiasm. Stretch the body out long on the floor and let the body soften now. We'll do one more asana in just a moment, but first, Let the body soften. Okay, let's bring the legs together now for Jatara Parivartanasana, supine twist. All right, Corey won't mirror you on this one. It'll be easier for you to follow if he doesn't. Bend the left knee, slide the foot in, and shift your hips to the left. And then bring the left foot to the top of the right thigh, right hand to left knee. You can extend the left arm out to the side. Let's inhale. Exhale, rolling on the right hip over to the side. Remember, this is about a twist of the spine. It's not about whether the knee gets to the floor or not. Try to keep the left shoulder blade in contact with the floor. You can turn your gaze to look out over the left shoulder. But put your concentration in the spine. In a pose that doesn't involve a lot of muscular activity. Sometimes we wonder, how can enthusiasm link up here? There's always a way. Just be enthusiastic for the life force that's flowing through the body as you breathe, as you silently affirm, I open to the flow of God's life within me. I open to the flow of God's life within me. And let's inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and roll back to center. You can shift your hips back to center. Bring the gaze back to directly at the sky and straighten out both legs now. Just resting in Shavasana between sides. Just keep that flow of enthusiasm happening. Sometimes when we're not, quote unquote, doing something, it's easy to let the mind slip off. Stay in that enthusiastic place. Let's do the twist to the opposite side now. Bend the right knee, slide the foot in, shift your hips to the right, bring the left hand to the right knee as you bring the right foot to the left thigh. Your right arm out to the side. Let's inhale. Exhale, rolling on the left hip over to the side. You can turn your head to gaze out over the right shoulder. And now the fact that the body's not having to work frees the mind, frees the heart to be even more enthusiastic. Mentally affirm, I open to the flow of God's life within me. I open to the flow of God's life within me. And let's inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and release out of the twist, coming back to center. Shift the hips back to center. Straighten out the body, lion corpse pose now. Close the eyes. Once again, lift the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. Stretch the body out long on the floor. As you turn your gaze ever more concentratedly to the point between the eyebrows, feel a rush of energy moving up through the body. And with that rush of energy, your enthusiasm rushing to the brain. You can relax passively or you can relax enthusiastically. Both will recharge your energy a little bit, but enthusiastic relaxation will recharge you even more. So you let the body go and open up to the energy all around you. Just hold on to that enthusiastic state of mind. Enthusiasm for being alive in this moment. Now bring your awareness back to the breath. Let the breath move through the body, taking your awareness out, down into the limbs, into the legs, into the arms, to move them a little bit. Roll the head from side to side a few times. Bring the knees up and wrap your arms around the knees. Squeeze them into the torso and roll left and right a few times across the spine. And over onto one side. And let your head be last to come up as you push back into an upright position. And let's come into a comfortable sitting position, cross-legged on the floor, in a chair, whatever's going to work for you. Nice straight spine, chin level, eyes closed, and gaze up toward the point between the eyebrows. Keep your gaze turned in that direction the entire time. We're going to do a little exercise now. The third chakra, the chakra behind the navel in the spine, that energy center there, is associated with the quality of enthusiasm. When energy is flowing inward and up through that chakra, we naturally experience the attitude of enthusiasm. So we're going to do a technique called Navi Kriya, which helps to draw the energy of all the lower chakras up into the third, and then from there up higher in the spine, that we may naturally experience more and more of that quality. So keeping your gaze at the point between the eyebrows, drop the chin to the chest, but keep the spine upright. Concentrate at the navel center, the Manipura chakra behind the navel. Concentrate there, but keep your gaze uplifted and mentally chant Om at that point. 100 times. I'll count for you, just like Om, 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 but silently. Feel that Om sound at the third chakra becoming stronger and stronger. Keep your gaze at the point between the eyebrows. Don't let it drop, even though your concentration is down in the third chakra. Now keep the gaze at the point between the eyebrows. Keep your concentration at the third chakra as you lift the chin high, high as you can, tipping the head back, still gazing at the point between the eyebrows, concentrating at the Manipura chakra, and chanting Om at that point 25 times. Down at the third chakra. I'll count for you. Just feel this time the chanting, releasing energy from all the lower chakras, fueling your enthusiasm. More energy pouring into you by the moment. And then straighten the head, come into your usual upright sitting position. Eyes still closed, gaze still at the point between the eyebrows. And together let's do an affirmation on the quality of enthusiasm. It's from Swami Kriyananda's book, Affirmations for Self-Healing. I'll say it once together and then we'll go through it phrase by phrase, responsively. If you can do it out loud and then go quieter and quieter with successive repetitions, please do. But with more energy each time. Here's the affirmation. In everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. So affirm after me, eyes closed, gazing to the point between the eyebrows. In everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. In everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. A little more quietly with even more energy. In everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. Quieter still, with still more energy. In everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. I want to whisper along with me. In everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. In everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. And silently, in everything I do, my enthusiasm soars to embrace infinity. Stay with it, growing more and more powerful. Going beyond the words into the pure quality of enthusiasm. Now prepare to bring that quality out into your next activity. And as you're ready, slowly open the eyes once again. And gaze upon the world around you with interest, with enthusiasm. Paramahansa Yogananda used to pinch a little bit of his hand and say, "And this much flesh is enough energy to light the city of Chicago for a week." But how much of our energy we waste. You might be surprised at how much you can accomplish by the continuous attitudes of attentiveness, interest, and enthusiasm. Joy to you.